Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Awaken the Cosmic Dream. Today we have a message from Spirit coming through for you today. So some guidance you need to hear. We have 3 piles to choose from. Feel free to take your time, sit with the cards and see what message most resonates with you. When you're ready, fast forward to the timestamp below to find your reading. All right, my friends who chose pile 1, this will be your reading. So your card was the Strength card. And I'm already feeling like you guys have been working really hard to kind of work through some internal challenges that have been going on, working really hard to kind of tame mind and all the limiting beliefs and just karma and programming that comes with the mind. And it's not an easy thing to do. And it's interesting because all the cards today were major arcana cards. So I do feel like it's a significant message telling you that, hey, you have been working really hard. You've been displaying a tremendous amount of strength and just willpower to even be working through some of the things you've been working through. Even though I can see it's been really tough. Maybe you've been experiencing like a lot of disappointment, ups and downs. Maybe sometimes it feels like you are not actually getting anywhere with anything, especially some of like the challenges you've been facing with the mind and limiting beliefs and maybe trying to move forward in certain directions. Yeah, I think maybe one thing, a couple things Spirit is bringing through that you might not necessarily see is that you're almost there. Like a cycle is definitely wrapping up here. You have the 10 of Wands. I know things have been felt difficult, burdensome, and you have the World. So this is like wrapping up a significant cycle. I feel like that's on its way to you. And maybe it feels like, I feel like you've been trying really hard and maybe not quite satisfied or feeling like you've achieved what you need to or gotten where you need to or felt that expansion or growth. And maybe you're kind of feeling like you're at this point where there's a fork in the road. You're not really sure what to do or where to go from here. And I actually think that there's a lot more available to you that you're even seeing. Like, I feel like you're way over here and like have like kind of a small almost like a small limited mindset at times. We don't always see what we're exactly capable of and how far we've come, but I feel like Spirit is like zooming out big picture, right, and sees like all the mountains and valleys you've walked through and can see how far on your path you've come and can see what's on the other side of this mountain you are just about to ascend and get to the top. I feel like, yeah, there's a lot on the other side that you're not seeing. I mean, we do have blessings here. I feel like it's almost like you're about to reach the peak of something and you can't quite see at the top of the mountain, but on the other side, I feel like there's kind of like this oasis waiting for you. I feel like there's a new direction to go in. Yeah, and it's definitely less challenging, less burdensome, less heavy. What I'm really getting is, yeah, I feel like you aren't exactly aware of how much work you've done, but you've done a lot of work to purify the mind. And that takes constant practice every day. Things like meditation, right? Things like challenging our beliefs that come up, just being mindful and noticing what kinds of stories we are replaying like on the daily. So much of it is unconscious, and so much of the planet has no idea that this is even happening. But I feel like you're very aware, you are very conscious, and also, yeah, you have a lot of inner fire and willpower that has brought you this far. So I really think Spirit wants to convey the message that, yeah, you have come a long way. You are very determined, and I feel like your heart is going to continue to lead the way. As difficult as it may feel at times, I feel like you're almost there. So if any of you really need to hear that message, it's coming through strong. Let's pull a couple more tarot cards. Let's see, Spirit, please give us some clear, concise messages for group one. Any other information they may need that would be helpful. Any guidance, clear, concise messages for my group one friends. Okay, I'm feeling this bottom card. All right. Okay, we have 9 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords, and 3 of Pentacles. Okay, yeah, like I was saying, 8 of Swords, I feel like you have been kind of not able to see clearly. Like you're not aware of how far you've come, and you're not exactly seeing reality. You might still be at times caught up in some of the delusions of the mind, but I'm hearing it's a process. Like, to embody the Strength card doesn't happen overnight. It takes consistent practice and this like underlying willpower and determination to seek truth, essentially, right? To be our true selves, to not be a slave to the unconscious mind. So I'm hearing that, yeah, I think that's just part of how you're viewing things at the moment, maybe a little bit feeling a little bit trapped or stuck. But yeah, look what's coming for you. You got 9 of Pentacles right beside blessings. So that's pretty sweet. I love that for you guys. I do feel like there is fruitfulness coming from this. I feel like you're going to be rewarded for your efforts. And I feel like you are going to be kind of leaving behind some of that victim mentality or some of that stuck, helpless energy and kind of moving more into abundance and feeling more sufficient, self-sufficient. This might come along with some collaboration with others. So like I said, if you're feeling really stuck at this moment, it might be helpful to kind of like reach out to friends or maybe reach out to any, I don't know, practitioners or people that you think might be helpful to guide you a little bit at this time, whether that's like a yoga instructor, a tarot card reader, or whatever it may be. I feel like Spirit is kind of nudging you to, yeah, reach out to others. And I feel like that might help you see a bit of another perspective that is more based in the truth and where you can really see a reflection of how far you've come. All right. So pile one, overall, I'm hearing from Spirit, like, just keep going. I feel like the spirit realm is like super cheering you on right now. So all your guides, higher self is just really proud of how far you've come. And I know it might be hard to see that ourselves sometimes when we're in the thick of it, but you guys are like closing out some major cycles. I feel like you're majorly leveling up. And yeah, on the other side, like I said, there's this oasis, there's this new kind of, there's this new, more abundant, colorful like way of being. I feel like maybe things have felt kind of like drab and like difficult for a while. So yeah, I feel like you've been purifying a lot of your karma and you're about to reap the rewards. So thank you so much for being here. If this resonated with you, please let me know, like, subscribe. I'd love to have you back for another reading. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys next time. Hello, my friends who chose pile 2. If you chose the High Priestess card, this is your reading, your message from Spirit for this moment. You might be wondering why the Strength card is here. This was pile 1's main card. And I actually don't do this, but I thought I'd throw it back into the deck. And I'm like, we'll see if it comes out again. If it does, it'll be significant. And oh my gosh, you guys got the Strength card and a couple other cards that were in pile 1. If you felt kind of drawn between pile 1 and pile 2, if pile 1 was also calling to you, I do think you should probably check out that reading. There might be a significant message for you there. All right, pile 2, let's get into it. With the High Priestess card, I am feeling like you guys, your intuition is kind of like laser focused right now is what I'm hearing. So you have the focus card and deep knowing. So for sure that those intuitive abilities, all those clair abilities, clairsentience, clairvoyance, whatever resonates with you, I feel like they're seriously online right now, and it's feeling like they're, yeah, like laser focused. I feel like you are really able to zero in on information with not a lot of effort. Like it's just kind of flowing to you. Actually, here we have the flow card. So I feel like this all this information is just kind of coming to you. And yeah, it's interesting with the Emperor card. I feel like you're kind of coming into a place of a bit of balance with the masculine and feminine. So I feel like I said, all the feminine gifts, the receptivity, all the information from spirit is like flowing right to you. But I feel like there's a message here about putting some of it into action with the Emperor card and using that information or that knowing in a way that's going to move things forward. So, yeah, I'm feeling like you are being nudged to move things forward and possibly close out a bit of a cycle here. So, I don't know if like just before you guys were getting kind of all these downloads, or maybe like even recently, you were experiencing a lot of ups and downs, kind of being like down on yourself and maybe questioning your abilities. Like with the strength card and the 10 of wands, I feel like there's been a bit of like an internal struggle. That might be something you've been experiencing lately. So if that's the case, I feel like it's interesting because in contrast, all these intuitive abilities also feel like they're super, like I said, online and present. So yeah, if you've been doubting yourself, maybe you've had a lot of doubt around these abilities actually. Yeah, spirit is saying like you got this. The things that you are intuiting, the thoughts that come to you, the messages, the synchronicities, the random bird you see, or the messages you see going by on a bus, like that is meaningful. And I'm feeling like spirit wants you to act on that a little bit more and close out some of this cycle of, feels kind of like doubt to me, doubting your abilities. Let's actually get some more information for you guys from this tarot deck. So some clear guidance information for pile 2, please, spirit. Some guidance information for them, please. All right, we have the 9 of wands. Oh my god, I love this. We have the high priestess again, extra confirmation, and ace of cups. Yeah, you have the 9 and 10 of wands. So I do feel like you are really closing out this cycle of, I don't know, I just keep hearing doubt, honestly, of your abilities. Yeah, I feel like spirit's just here reiterating like you are tuned in. You are in touch with your higher voice, your higher self. It's coming through, and trust it. Just trust it a little bit more. I feel like once you kind of accept that, I feel like there's going to be kind of like a pouring in of even more for you, just like love and going even deeper with your feelings and your intuitive abilities. And yeah, I feel like an even deeper relationship with spirit is soon available to you. Yeah, pile 2, I feel like your message is pretty straightforward. I feel like you guys are very in touch with the divine feminine. So again, continuing to strengthen those gifts. And one thing that I like to do, I find it super helpful, is to write down downloads and synchronicities that I experience. I like to write it down so I can refer back to it and like see that all this stuff is real. That you can really trust yourself and trust the information you've been given. And then sometimes we actually don't see relevance of it, or it doesn't quite make sense until later. So I do like to document it and look back at it and like reflect. And then you really have this proof that like Hey, I wasn't nutty, I wasn't crazy. Like, there was a lot of meaning behind this. And the universe is always speaking to us. So I feel like you guys are like this linguist, this conduit that's you have these abilities to speak the language of the universe, but you're just really kind of stepping into it, trusting it, and like, yeah, basically learning that language of how your own spirit, your own higher self speaks to you through the physical realm. I'm hearing like test your faith. So, whatever that means, if there's been something you have been getting some intuitive thoughts about, maybe it's time to really lean into that and trust that and see where that takes you. Like, again, I'm being pointed back to the emperor, right? And just like the emperor takes action. He knows how to rule his kingdom and he's decisive. He makes decisions and puts things into action. So I'm feeling like with the combination of those energies, you guys are, yeah, really closing out cycles and stepping into this amazing state of like, amazing balanced state of like flow and receptivity, but like very aligned action. So, yeah, just super exciting energy for you guys. I hope that resonates, pile two. If there's been things you've been intuiting you want to share about in the comments, if this resonated, I'd love to hear more from you. Please like, subscribe if you feel called, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you. Hello, my friends in pile three. If you chose the Hangman card, this will be your reading. All right, so I'm getting that it is a really big time of surrender and release for you all. You may have been experiencing like some challenges, a lot of conflict. Honestly, it might be conflict that's been happening over and over again. With Unfinished Symphony, it might feel like it's something that you've been encountering like over and over again. It's not feeling like it's getting resolved or getting anywhere. But I'm actually hearing that, yeah, this is a big time of release and we have justice and to be fair. So things are going to come back into balance after this period of surrender and rest. That's like heavily emphasized here. Like, it really feels like all you guys need to do, or like the message that Spirit is really emphasizing, is like just be the hangman, let go, relax, release, surrender. And I know sometimes that can be the hardest thing to do, especially in the middle of like a conflict or when you feel like you have to solve something, right? I think we're a lot of the times really programmed into believing that we need to take action for things to change. And I'm hearing from Spirit that is not the case right now for you and the situation. Honestly, it is about letting go. It's about just sitting back and letting nature, I'm hearing, and like spirit, like the life force that animates everything, like bring things back into balance and do the work. So see if honestly you can just let go and surrender. For me, I know that's like one of the toughest things to do because it requires a lot of trust. And when we kind of sit back and be still, that's when the mind gets like extra active. So it could be a good time to lean into whatever practices help soothe the mind. So that could look like traditional meditation. It could also look like exercise. It could look like movement, honestly, but movement, knowing that like this is your way to just release and let go. Like, you're not necessarily trying to change anything about the situation, but you're like trying to calm your nervous system, which is really big. So yeah, we have the relaxation card. Maybe it's like reading or finding comfort in like certain texts or books that will be helpful for you. Yeah, I'm hearing like a trusting of nature and the cycles of nature, essentially, with release. I feel like, yeah, things are going to come into balance if you just kind of let them go, let them die, let them reset. They are going to be brought back into balance on their own. And when they are, oh my goodness, you have Nine of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. I feel like the outcome after letting go is going to be so lush, so just favorable. Like I feel like you might even wonder like how how could that happen after simply letting go and not doing anything. But sometimes we just, yeah, it's a practice of trusting the universe, and that spirit will provide and kind of re-correct itself, right? Like I was saying, everything is animated by the same spirit. Things can't stay in conflict all the time. All cycles come to an end, is what I'm hearing. So let them be, let them come to their natural end, let the symphony finish. And I feel like something very sweet, much sweeter, is available for you on the other side. It's kind of like an outpouring of love, and this feeling of being like safe and taken care of. It's on its way to you. Cool. Let's see if you have, let's grab a couple more tarot cards, so some clear messages, maybe some guidance for our pile. So clear, concise, accurate messages for our friends and piles, please, Spirit. Okay, got a couple cards for you. All right, we have Queen of Cups, Eight of Wands, and the Moon. Okay, what I'm getting from this is I feel like being in this state, this hangman state, honestly, it does take a lot of, like I was saying, like surrender is really tough. So you might need to kind of embody or invoke or even turn to someone who has these qualities, just to being like really compassionate and empathic with yourself as you are in this kind of like pause cocoon state. So I don't know why Kuan Yin is coming to mind. So she is a teacher who was embodied on earth and teaches a lot about compassion, compassion for self. So that might be something, if that resonates with you, you might want to look into if you're feeling like you're really struggling to surrender and just be. Besides that, I'm feeling like once you do surrender, I feel like actually things are going to change and come back into balance quicker than you think. And when things are kind of shaken up, turned upside down, is when more things are revealed to us. So here with the Moon card, I feel like there might be more to be revealed to you about this situation that's been kind of hidden, that you haven't quite seen yet. But yeah, it takes just being able to get a little bit still. So for the dust to settle, of the chaos and conflict, for you to see this a little bit more clearly. But it is coming in quick once you do that. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing for you guys in pile 3. I totally empathize with you because I know, especially for me at this point in my life, current chapter, surrender is, and trust and letting go and letting God and trusting in the divine will, rather than being the little tiny character trying to make everything happen. It's hard. So I'm wishing you guys, I'm sending you guys so much love and compassion and empathy and trust, and knowing that the universe has got you. There's definitely things coming back into balance, and there is a lot of, there's just a lot available to you on the other side of this conflict. So I'm really excited for you guys to move through this, sit in this cocoon period. Let me know in the comments below if you want to share anything else. If you resonated with this reading, please like and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. I truly appreciate you, and I hope to see you back next time.